Welcome back to the Classic Quest podcast reviews. Today we are doing part 2 of the Iggy Azalea album, The New Classic.
That's right.
I am Chris Chrome.
I am your lady friend, Bonnie.
And how is everybody doing today? Hopefully y'all are doing great. Like I said, this is part 2. We've already kind of done a little intro bit about part 1 where we kind of contextualize how we know the artist, where we know them from. Where we kind of are at with the artist and everything, and what we do here. Just a little bit of a brief update. On the Classic Quest podcast, we go through the albums track by track. We've already gone through part 1, which is tracks 1 to track 7.
That's right.
Now we are going to be doing track 8 to track 15. And we kind of just give our feels, our opinions, what we think, and kind of how we vibe to the music, and just kind of go back and forth on every track and giving...
we let you know if it's a classic or not in our own opinions.
Absolutely. Reason why we do it is because we really enjoy having you guys comment down below, letting us know where we made a mistake, fucked up, went wrong.
There's lots we don't know, so feel free to fill us in.
Very, very much. But it's more than that. It's like a community. We really do enjoy the comments you guys leave down below. We really enjoy having the discussions and wanting to see your side of things.
Clearly, and we really enjoy listening to all this new music, so...
Absolutely. Clearly, keep in mind, you guys have probably been following Iggy a lot longer than we have. You've probably were starting...
And maybe not as much as me.
Fair enough.
I mean, I haven't been following her since the beginning, but... Since this album.
It's just, I say that because I also did Headspace yesterday, so a lot of the albums we do on Headspace are new albums that a lot of the people coming to watch these reviews, they probably know a lot more, and I know absolutely nothing from the guy reviewing.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing for me in this case with Iggy. Like, I know who she is, I know where, like, what she's done and
Iggy
blah, blah, blah.
Eggs.
But I've never actually sat down and done a full project. That being said, I want to say thank you to the Patreons, Indel Williams, Chris Prado, DJ Black Hurricane, Jonathan Barnes, Coney Sparks, and Ismail Gadamsi. We'll talk about it a little bit more at the end of the video because they have some like special things they get to do because they're Patreons, but gotta stick till the end for that.
Yeah.
With that, we're just gonna go right into it. We've already kind of broken down what we think about the album cover as well as the title of the album.
Yep.
So like I said, this is 8 to 15, and let's just go right into it. The next song is Impossible Is Nothing.
So this one is basically her saying never stop grinding until you die. Like, just keep on doing what you got to do. So it's just like more of that kind of like Iggy drive and like that like determination that she has to just like accomplish and like be successful and like have money and just enjoy the finer things in life, but not because, but still be willing to work for it. Like, she's well aware that she's going to have to keep on grinding, and, she's not stopping. And so like she's, and I think that that's kind of what people do. And I think like, she was like kind of starting out, and she was, she didn't just want to be like a one-hit wonder. Like, she wanted to keep on like
Building her legacy.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So anyways, so she's sort of like speaking to, I think, to like young girls, but, and young people. It doesn't have to be just girls. But I think she was also kind of talking to herself, to like a younger self, kind of just to remind herself to keep on grinding, and that, you can have whatever you want. Just stand strong, be independent, and, keep on doing you no matter what. Don't listen to the haters, even when you doubt yourself, even when you feel like you're not where you need to be and that you're not going to accomplish this, and that, you're in a moment of weakness, like, keep on going. So I think that that's kind of like interesting that she's sort of like, for me, like, it felt like talking to herself and talking to like, young kids.
Just to further that point,
yeah.
I don't think it's just young kids. I feel like this is a universal, like, anybody
yeah.
who is struggling, period.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether you're a creative person trying to build a project, whether you're just somebody in school, whether you're dealing with life, whether you're just dealing with family, it's the idea. I feel like the overall idea of this song is really just like, the idea of impossible is absolutely nothing. Like, that's not true. Everything is possible when you dedicate and put your mind to it. And Yeah, it's just because I didn't want to like kind of box it into younger generation. I think this is more,
yeah, that's fair.
Like this is more bigger than just that. Granted, I feel like she could be talking to like maybe younger girls, let's say, just because like I don't know any young dudes who'd be listening to Iggy like that, right?
Well, I mean, gay ones.
I mean, fair. Well, let's not stereotype or anything.
I mean, that's from my own experience.
Fair enough.
I'll just say that.
But like, I do see how like. Because I think my problem is like, the like young girls. What are we considering young? Like, if you're thinking 16, at 16 I decided like I was already decided to be a rapper, or you know what I mean? Like at 16 I already decided what I wanted to do. So it's like,
but it's like, but like she's not. It's not that like it's the decision is already made, but she's just like letting you know like, keep on going.
Right.
You know, like, don't give up. Like, you're going to get this. Like, don't let other people, you know, hate, you know, if people say it's impossible, you're never going to get there. Oh, you think you're going to be a famous rapper? Oh, yeah, really? Do you really think that that's going to be, you know, what's going to happen? Like, don't listen to those people. Mm-hmm. Like, just, you know, keep on doing you and believe in yourself. And, you know, even when you feel like you can't or you don't, just don't give up. And I think that that's pretty much it.
Verse 2, the beginning of verse 2 was really cool. Got to hate to not have it more than you love to obtain it. Your future's around the corner, so close you can almost taste it. Mm-hmm. Now, at first when she said that, I was like, what do the words even like flow together? Like what? But I started realizing she's kind of saying it in a way that you have to put the pieces together. Like you have to put the lines together for it to make sense. But she's talking about the current life. She's kind of saying like, you need to hate, in a way, you need to hate the life that you currently have right now so much than
that you want to change it.
Right? But more than the idea of loving to attain the dream. Like everybody, so the way I see it is, I want to be a rapper.
Right.
I would love to obtain my dream of being a rapper.
Right.
But if I'm so comfortable with where my life is right now, that is more...
Like there's something that's not, you're not working hard enough, you're not... right. You know, there's more
because
like
I'm
this,
comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So the fact that I'm saying I love to obtain that dream is no longer as powerful as my comfortability with my current life.
Yeah.
So
I think Eminem is a fine example of that. You know, he was living at rock bottom. He was poor. No, but like yes, but like where he like really came from, like he hated that. Like he wanted to get away from that situation. He had no money. It was broke as fuck. You know, his parents. You know, the whole like living situation wasn't good. Like everything just sucked. So he changed it and he did what he could. And he's like a billionaire or whatever. I don't know if he's a billionaire, but he's hella rich.
Fucking hella rich.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think she's just sort of trailblazing, and you know, to allow other girls, you know, and women to be involved in this scene. And I think, you know, there aren't that many popular female rappers. And so it does take something
2014. I'm going to preface that with
But there's still and if you look at how many no. If you look at the numbers of how many male rappers there are versus how many female rappers are popping that you've heard of.
I mean, yes.
That you've heard of.
No. So, yes. Like okay.
Like I can name you know 20 like off the top of my head males, but I could name 7, 8, 9.
But that's the thing. It's like so. There will always be there will always be 20 male rappers, right? But before there wasn't 10 female rappers. There wasn't. And that's what I'm saying. Like so in 2014, I could see it kind of be like. There wasn't that many female rappers. Now that we're at, dude, there's 10 female rappers right now who are fucking slaying shit. It's like...
Thank you to Iggy.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, she started... She didn't start it. She didn't start it, but, like, she also paved her own way.
Let's be clear. Iggy did not pave the way for No Name. Iggy did not pave the way for Meg Thee Stallion. Iggy did not pave the way for Ari Lennox.
You know,
Iggy did not pave the way for Snow the Product.
You know, maybe Iggy paved the way for Cardi.
Oh fuck!
Like
high five,
right?
High five.
That kind of girl to get involved, and like that's.
Okay, so I don't want to have that convo because I don't.
I mean,
think, like,
I'm not
I
saying
could.
that like Cardi wasn't rapping and whatever, but like and she also was a hustler, grinded, like a similar story, and also maybe not somebody who's native to America. Like it's very similar sort of story.
You know what?
And
I'm not
was
even, I'm not even
grinding,
hating
shaking
that.
her ass, doing what she had
like,
to do.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, and there you go.
That's interesting. I like the line when she went. That really stopped me. Like, because I don't see Iggy in any of these rappers at all.
Right.
Like, period. Right? Like, it's like, and I hate, like, okay, so I see Iggy more like a Kesha. Just Kesha.
Yeah.
Like Iggy's a better. Sure, Iggy's a better rapper.
Similar but different.
Right, but like a lot of the party, jumpy, poppy music, it's like just Kesha, and I don't consider Kesha to be a rapper.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I love Kesha very much as well. As she's like, they're all sort of like, these are my kind of girls, and yeah, I mean, I can kind of see that. Like, she's more like happy and a little bit more bubbly and just like party, whereas like Iggy's sort of more, I'm gonna grind and do what I can to like get there.
So like, I think that's why I make that division, because when I look at Kesha, I'm like, there's no way you could be a rapper. You wouldn't last like. And I'm being really critical, and I'm sorry for being really critical about Kesha. Don't kill me for that. But I'm saying, like, I don't think that if you were to go up against like Iggy, you would last, right?
Well, I mean,
Iggy does kind of seem more thuggish than Kesha.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, Kesha's just here to have a good time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like based on the personas, I would say Iggy's a rapper and Kesha's not. But going through the album and going through the sounds and really the music, I'm kind of just like, she's just a more bossier pop artist.
I think she definitely has a lot of attitude and whatever else.
Right.
I mean, I think that's also it, like how she carries herself. Like she walks in the room as if she is, I'm not introducing the next song quite yet, but a fucking goddess.
Right.
Or she walks in like she's royalty.
Right.
She walks in like she's like, look at me. Like what?
Which I'll wait for the next song to complete shit on.
Which I mean, and I think just based off of the album cover, like that's kind of how she's like presenting herself. She's like, no big deal, whatever. Like I'm better than all of you, like whatever. She just kind of walks in like that. I mean, sure, we could say that she's still white.
I do, but back just because I want to also full circle with the lyrics. I do like the line 25 hours, 8 days out of the week. And it's kind of interesting, right? So it's like there's 24 hours in a day. You figure you add an extra hour, kind of makes up an 8th day if you really think about it. If you never sleep.
I think yeah.
Like it's a creative sentence to say that she never sleeps. Like literally the sentence is saying she never stops working. She's working all the time. It doesn't matter what time it is. So it feels like she's working 25 hours instead of a normal day. It feels like she's working 8 days instead of 7 because the days all blend together. But it's like...
And I just want to throw in, because just, why not? 8 Days a Week is a Beatles song.
Nice.
Another one.
Nice.
So.
Oh, but that's cool though.
Like, I don't know if that's what she's doing. I mean, she could also just be saying, I'm working a whole lot, and I'm gonna, exaggerate the week and exaggerate how many days are in a day, how many hours are in a day. I don't think I said that right.
Yeah, how many hours in a day? That's fine.
Okay.
We're good. We're rolling.
But yeah. Anyways, I just also wanted to mention it is maybe she also listens to the Beatles. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't judge her musical interest. Like she does have some type of musical knowledge to be able to do what she does. Like she's got flow and stuff. Maybe it's because, and I've been saying it all, like even in part 1, maybe it's because T.I. kind of taught her or whatnot. But I like to, no, I don't like to, I wouldn't want to blame, like put it all on him. I think she is naturally somewhat talented in being able to deliver.
But to that note, like I mean, there are other rappers who have, been a mentor to other rappers that we know of, that I can think of.
Right.
And like their flow.
Dre, Eminem.
Sounded similar.
Right.
Like I mean, I was thinking of I think Lil Wayne and Drake. like their flows sometimes were like a little bit similar because I think like
Yeah.
Lil Wayne was like helping Drake out
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit and like things like that. I mean maybe
I mean, okay, so like I do, as like, I work with Holden as the rapper,
Mhm.
right? And I also have my own little like rapper friends that we all kind of work on projects and shit.
Mhm.
And there is times that as a rapper, I tend to like cop, Holden's flow or my boy's flow or
I think
whatever it is.
that's part of art.
But I think that there's a difference between, and we're not gonna have this conversation because I'm not well versed in this, but I do think there is a difference between being on a song with somebody like T.I. and copying his flow for that specific track, and then have literally 15 songs that sound like T.I. could rap it. Replace all the me and the I's and the she's and the female fucking context and add it to a male. Literally just sounds like T.I. could rap this entire album and be like...
I don't know T.I. very well, so I can't speak on that. I'll have to go listen to some of his stuff and like check it and like see if like if I agree.
Change Your Life is probably the closest thing you'll get to understanding what T.I. would do as like a pop album. Because T.I. has a lot of like gangster rap and like trap rap and all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I'm trying to think like what songs are by him, and I'm like, I must know some of his stuff. Like,
the one with Justin Timberlake, that was like kind of radio poppy.
Anyways, I'll look it up and we'll see.
The point is,
he did the. You can have whatever you
exactly.
like. Oh, right,
Exactly.
right.
Like,
okay.
literally, it could be, right? I'm not crazy.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
Thank you.
I'd have to really.
She knows I'm not crazy.
I don't.
It's fine. It's fine.
I know he's crazy.
But I do like that line because to me, the way I look at it, it's like you're so busy, you're so working that you're kind of adding an extra hour to all your days, right? And that you're creating your 8th day. You're creating that, like, because you're always in overtime and you're not sleeping. Like, I figure a regular day you get minimum 6 hours of sleep, maybe even 4, right? So if you don't sleep for those 4 hours that you usually get, let's say an artist or whatnot, right? Well, 4 times 5 is almost 20. That's basically almost like a full day, right? 24 hours, add the 2 days. Okay, so you're at 24, you're at 25. Like, you're basically working an additional day within a 7-day week. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting to me, and I really enjoyed it. I do like the idea that she's kind of being very positive and wanting to. We're back on Iggy, by the way. I do like how she's being really kind of talking to people like, yo, just don't give up. This was really inspiring in a way. I feel like to just like, and it's not, and that's why I say it was more universal. I don't feel like this was talking to just young
That's fair. Yeah.
females, or like even I was just kind of sitting there like, oh, I don't want to review no more. I want to go make music. Like I felt like, don't stop. Like just continue going. If I can do it, you can do it. And it's like just that, I'm gonna say generic, but it's not. It is in terms of just the topic of the song, but it was nice the way that Iggy delivered it and the way that it was constructed. So I enjoyed that. I did give it a 4.2 on 5.
Okay, I don't know if I gave it a grade. I mean, I thought it was a good message. I mean, it has like a slower beat to it. It's not my like number 1 song on the album, but it was still good. So I give this a 4.4 on 5.
Nice. So the next song is Goddess. I have no idea how I was going to intro that, but Goddess. Bonnie, how do you feel about this track?
I mean, there's not a whole lot going on here. So she basically wants to be treated like a goddess. Like she wants to have, that kind of like level, status, whatever. I really liked the steel drums that were in this beat. I thought that was like kind of fun. Although the beat wasn't my favorite that we've heard so far. And this is basically her saying, all of her haters can just like bow down to her, because she's the greatest and she's going to prove it and she's here to like stick around and like nobody's going to knock her down and she's above all of you guys. So again, she's kind of like high shit. And I think it's also, again, like the haters are, I think she mentions that they're she talks about the critics as well, people who are judging her and, maybe writing like, poor reviews about her. She's like not listening to them, and because, she knows that she's great. And, I think that's, she's sticking true to herself. This one is like a heavier sort of beat. I don't know what it is about it, but it wasn't really my favorite. But I could see how this song might be like hyper live. Like it'd be fun to see her perform it in terms of like the energy that it kind of has. But in terms of like on like the album, it feels like it has a little less energy. So I give this a 4.25 on 5.
Wow, you really had not much to say, right?
Yeah, really.
Shit.
Like it was.
So I don't feel as bad now because you didn't have much to say either. So, okay, here's the thing. Goddess is a very powerful word. Mm-hmm. It's a very powerful status. Where do you get off using the word goddess to associate yourself with on your debut album?
Okay.
Debut album.
All right.
Nicki Minaj waited until 2019, 2018 when she dropped Queen. I don't want to fuck it up. I reviewed it. When was it? Nicki
was it last year? Or was it like
Minaj Queen? It was
like spring?
August 10th, 2018. Released. Yeah, August 10th, 2018. So it's been about like a
year and a half.
She waited X amount of years until she claimed to be queen.
But she's not claiming to be a goddess.
Yes, she is.
Is she?
Yes, she is.
Is she?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think she is.
Line 1,
I think
verse 1. Is. Ain't this what y'all need me for? No, bitch. No, bitch.
Okay.
Let's be clear. In 2014, I was listening to Snow the Product, doing fine. She is Latina. She's also kind of a white girl. Like I look at her and I don't really see like the Latina in her or anything like that because she's also from California, the States. So she's like half Latina, half white girl basically. She's got better flows and better bars than you. She's like, she was signed to Strange Music. I'm sorry. Like that's just, hi, hello, they double time chop rap. I don't know what you want me to tell you. 2014, you were not, no, we did not need, sorry, did not need you. Did not. Nicki was coming out. Maybe you did because you're you. But like, Nicki was out here balling. Snow the Product was balling. Like, no, no. So my beef is this, okay? Where do artists get the right or feel like they have the right or feel the way they feel on their first album to claim that they're the hottest shit in the world? It's like, that's kind of what I laugh at a little bit of the youngins for, or the littles for, right? Like, that's kind of what everybody's doing nowadays, going like, you can't claim to be the best, this is your first project. Well, hi, hello, Iggy did it.
I guess.
It's like, because then here's my problem. You claim to be a goddess. Okay, what is your next album? You can't use it. You've already used the highest tier of authority. You're a goddess.
Right.
What's higher than that? Like, so you can't even give yourself room to grow. And if you fuck up, and then here's the problem. If you fuck up, you just go down. And now nobody's ever gonna look at you as a goddess again because it's like, well, no, you fucked up. You're no longer a goddess. You could have been like, I'm queen. Right. And then like worked up from queen to like, maneuver.
Because she starts at the top and she's at the top and that's it.
Listen, like, she's honey, it hurts falling from high heights, okay? Like it hurts. It hurts.
I mean, she's still up there.
The point is,
maybe not as high as she was after. I feel like this album like really like set in stone. Like I don't know if people are still like me, if they're still like listening to her, or if this is like her new stuff is just like little kids that are just like listening to her. But anyways, yeah.
So that's what I feel about that. This is where I think I like the song. Lord, let me know if you get this. Preaching about prophets. It ain't no one man can stop us. Bow down to a goddess. Bow down to a goddess. Bow down to a goddess. Ain't no one man can stop us. As a woman empowering, I'm a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old girl listening to this song. sure, I get it. This is fucking great. This is, oh my God, I'm so powerful. I'm this. And I'm not trying to be like funny or dismissive. It's just, hi, I'm not a 15-year-old girl, but I could see how this works. But like, that's the only way I could see this entire song working. It's just another, I'm a boss bitch and you're not, but I don't think you're a boss bitch. Which is my problem with your whole attitude. I don't think you're a boss bitch. I think you're an industry plant who is really attractive. That's it. Sorry, I'm not trying to shit on Iggy. I respect her for for what she has done over the years. Given us music.
Right.
Given us XYZ. A lot of ass shaking. Cool. But as your first project being this, because here's the problem. You claim to be a goddess. 5 years later, you're now arguing with the dude who put you on. Currently in 2019, and I said this, they're currently arguing about this. He's still popping. He just went to Revolt Summit and had a fucking conversation about actual shit. Who's God or godlike now at this point?
I guess.
Right? And it's like 5 years. You've claimed to be something that over 5 years didn't work. This kind of hits your whole classic mark for me, like, and again, I bring it back to take a Nas, take a Biggie, take a Tupac, take all these old albums. There was certain reasons these albums were classics.
Right.
There were certain reasons that we looked at them and were like, this is not a classic because he spit so many bars. This is a classic because he taught us something. He showed us something. He gave us an insight on what the life was and kind of represented Brooklyn, Queens, New York, wherever you want to consider it, right? I don't feel anywhere so far that I've been to Australia. I don't feel anywhere so far that I've been to Miami or California. I haven't been taken out of my room. I haven't, you know what I'm saying? Like, just as a project, I'm critiquing the whole project.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I don't feel.
Maybe, like, at this point, she doesn't have a sense of home. You know, like, maybe she's, like, traveling around doing whatever, so maybe she doesn't have, like, that sense, like, where, like, a place where she can, like, kind of tie her roots yet. She's still, like, on the grind and, like, doing what she does. So, like, in terms of that, I think maybe, like, I get it. I don't know. I mean, like, I get, obviously, if you call yourself a goddess, yes, you can't go any higher than that. Like, that's, you know, pretty great. But I think it's also, like, her attitude, like, she's letting you know, like, this is where she's at, and, like, this is her status, and, like, that's it.
I made a mistake.
Snow,
the product, was not signed to Strange, but she's, like, a close sister to Strange Music. The point is, 2014, she was still popping, and I was listening to Snow, and she had better flow, better bars, and better thing. So, out of excitement, I fucked up. Thank you, Holden, for informing me. And
he's listening from afar.
Sending me a nice little message to correct my ass. Thank you. Thank you all the time. But anyways, the point is, it's that's I still stick with that point, though. Go on.
Did you give your grade?
This song got a 3. This song got a 3.7, and it got a 3.7 because it's still a good mark, don't get me wrong, it's better than half. But the point is, I like how it was produced. I like her. I appreciate that she's making music for people who feel down in the dumps. That's what I kind of got out of this. If you feel low, if you feel like
you need some inspiration,
put this on and, you know, it'll help you up. I got that. I just think it could have been better. I think there could have been more of a creative side to it. I think maybe if I didn't know what happened in the last 5 years and blindly going to this album, it may have been different. But I'm coming at it with a certain lens that it's like, you really said all this shit? You really ran your mouth this much? And now, like, fuck, okay.
Well, you know what else she said she was?
Okay.
A Black Widow. Well, it's like I love you so much. No. It's just the whole thing is just so good. Like the second comes on, like literally, like I'm like clapping like they do in like the music video, and it's just so good. This is definitely like another one of of her songs that I listen to like on the regular, like probably like at least weekly. It's just so much fun. And like again, like this is another one, like the second it starts playing, like you know what it is, like you're already there, you're hyped up, you're already clapping, like it's just good. And like the music video I think also like really was like popular at the time, and it's like Kill Bill inspired, which was pretty cool, and it's like a kick-ass woman kind of story. In this case it's featuring Rita Ora, so she's kind of like this other female kick-ass character that's with her. Like they're both sort of like there in like these like tight-ass suits
from Kill Bill clothing.
Yep. And like this is basically them like attacking men, and it's basically like kind of like a power anthem for like women, and like for like leaving like guys that were wasting their time and like moving on, and like empowering them to like be kick-ass and be great, and not to like waste your time with like shitty relationships and just kind of like doing all that. And like kind of talking about like how quickly things can turn from just like absolute like insane love to like hatred, and like how quickly that can happen sometimes. And she's like they're talking about like guys want to like escape their grasp, kind of just because like she loves them like so hard, and because of this like they it kind of drives the guys away, sort of like a Black Widow, in like the sense that it's like it's just gonna hurt you so much, like her love is gonna like kill you essentially, and like she's and they're both kind of saying like they're all or nothing kind of girls, like like don't waste your time, like don't fuck us around, like don't be here if you're not here, like be 100. Anyways, I think that like this is just like this was like another like popper, like this one like really like blew up a lot. Like the lyrics aren't anything to like and okay, the ryming isn't like existential or whatever, like this is like this isn't like this is it's like me and she, like it's pretty like basic rhymes, but I mean it works very well. It's something that is like direct, it's very clear, it's very accessible for like a rap song for women, and they can women can sing along to this, not that like women can't rap, but like I mean just I think that this is women are listening to this song, although guys are also listening to it, and like I feel like everybody can clap along to it, so it's great. Anyways, it's great, it's hype. It's just a super fun song to like sing along to, put on while you're in the shower, have a good time. It's a 5 on 5.
Okay. I love this song. This song was bumping back when it came out. I loved it. I love the beat. I love the toxicity of it. The way it just enthralls, like just engulfs you in it. It's crazy. The song, I've already given it a 5 on 5. I'm going to tell you now. I'm not even going to wait. I gave it a 5 on 5, and I can break it down and explain exactly why. And it's even way cooler now, and it's super dope. So, Rocky fucked up. A$AP Rocky fucked up. And now,
she's moving on.
Iggy has gone into crazy mode and literally doesn't know how to deal with it.
So she's just going to kill him.
Basically, yeah. She's like, I love you so much, I can't leave, but I hate you so much because you fucked up on however it is. So I'm just going to kill you, and now nobody can have you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. So we start off.
I also want to say that I think that this is like around when she started having her surgeries, because like she's like a lot more, like it's very tight, this like leather outfit, and she's like sucked in, and her butt and her hips were like looking a little bit bigger, like she actually like started getting all these improvements.
Right. So We start off, you got Rita Ora, I'm gonna love you until you hate me. That's stupid and crazy, okay. And I'm gonna show you what's really crazy. Alright.
Yep.
So that kind of sounds vindictive, revengeful, like you fucked up, now I'm about to go buck on you, right? Okay.
Yep.
You should have known better than to mess with me harder.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna love you like a Black Widow baby. Alright, so she's basically saying right there that, like, I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck with me. I've lost my shit. I'm madly in love with you, but you fucked up. I'm about to go blow some shit up. That's literally what she's saying. All right. Iggy goes. This twisted cat and mouse game always starts the same. All right. She's making a comparison to how relationships go. First, both down to play, and then now you've gone astray. Okay, but see, for me, this kind of feels like this is a repetitive thing that's been going on in their relationship. They're like, oh, no, I'm back now. I love you. No. Oh,
right.
no, I'm with side chick now. Oh, no, I'm back now. Blah, blah. Not saying any alleged shit of anything. I don't know.
Right.
But I know the relation, like, I remember and kind of dived down the rabbit hole a little bit and went through the whole, oh, yeah, they dated and it was a whole big thing.
Right.
Super sweet. It was us against the world, and now we just fucking, which is really cool. The moment you kind of lose that, like, feeling of being like you and that person,
Yeah.
even though you live in the same house, you do the same shit, you're literally just fucking another person, and you've just accepted them as that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so hard it's so scary to think, but it's like, I've been there. That's fucking disgusting. Like, it makes them feel bad, and it makes you feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, this is...
Like, you can tell, like, things have, like, changed, like, enough to, like, it's just sex at this point.
Right,
Yeah,
and if you stop, it's, like, over.
Yeah.
Like, it's done. So here, right, it's like, I love you so much, and now I just hate you. Okay, so you're kind of telling us how the relationship and how you deal with things and how we're, like, all emotionally fucked up. Okay, cool. Feeling stupid for all the time that I gave you. I wanted nothing for us. Ain't no peace in between. Like, it is really simple, but when you're following
But it
along,
works.
It works. But I also kind of look at it like, when I kind of associate how, like, I guess things could have happened if it was Rocky and all that, and it's like you're talking about just the lifestyles and stuff, that's an interesting way to depict the lifestyles of, like, two artists who are trying to actually be in a relationship while they're living their chaotic lives and doing what they got to do. Like, that's also kind of what I took from it. Then we got the pre-chorus. Rita Ora comes in, fucking, you used to be thirsty for me, but now you want to be set free. This is the web you weave, so baby, now rest in peace. That fucking kills me all the time. She's got a nice voice. I think it's fucking great. Ugh. And then comes in with the chorus, and it's like the chorus build up. Let's just be clear here, okay? The chorus build up on this, and every time it drops, it is just as orgasmic as usual.
Yep.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
And then the little break where it's just the silent clapping, it allows your mind to just race in this, like, weird, aggressive, violent way, but at a smooth, peaceful tone.
Okay.
Because you know she's about to go back in and slay it.
Right.
It's like you're prepping yourself with that aggressivity, but it's so, like, calming and peaceful at the same time.
Okay, all right.
It's trippy. It's weird. I
All
don't
right.
know. I love this
yeah,
song.
Yep.
This is amazing. Iggy goes in, verse 2, I'm gonna love you till it hurts, just get it to you, do whatever works,
Yep.
blah, 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 blah. We all know the song. Don't hate me for ruining all the lyrics. Like, it's dope, you know, till they have a CAT scan and check on your mind and nothing but me on it. Oh, okay, sure. Cause here is a fatal attraction, so take it all, or I don't want. The way she says that, cause here is a fatal attraction, so don't take it all. The
I
way
don't want
like,
she.
Right? The way she double chops that was cool. That's why I also liked it too. I was like, oh, she's hitting the little fast rap. Ooh,
Yeah.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then we get in the pre-chorus, then the chorus, and then the outro. But, like,
I just have to say, sometimes because I listen to the song a lot, and then so sometimes I think she's like, I don't think that it's different ever, but sometimes I just, like, play around, and I think that the last line is like a Black Widow baby. And I sang it like that. So now I've ruined it for all of you guys.
No, because I didn't want to say it either, but I'm actually glad you thought that too. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
And I found it to be really fucking racist, because Black Little Baby.
Oh, I wasn't
and,
thinking it like that. I just think it's just funny, like, how it sounds.
Right. But ASAP.
All right.
Like, I was just
all
like,
right,
whoa,
okay,
that's some
okay,
really, like, dark shit, bro. Like, I ain't trying to fucking cross that line.
I get what you're trying to get at there. So, okay.
Yep. But overall, I give the song a 5 on 5.
Yeah.
5 on 5. It was a really great song. And moving on to Lady Patra. So I'll be honest, I don't really know how I feel about this song. It's good. It's really nice to listen to. But where did we end up in Jamaica? Like, that's just, like... I don't want to say anything that's going to make it sound like I'm fucking hating or like I'm trying to say she's culture appropriating or whatnot. That's not what I'm trying to say. But we are now at track 11, and nowhere on this fucking album have we gotten any signs of this type of sound.
Right.
Like, her accent is different, the way she spits her bars are different. Like, she full on kind of just went, it's like she went to Jamaica and started just trying to spit like some type of patois at the same time with like her rapping.
Right.
Now, I don't hate it. I'm not saying I hate it. That's not what I'm saying. I actually gave the song a 4.2. I think Mavado did a really great job. I really enjoy his flow. I really enjoy the way he presented his bars.
Yeah.
But it really honestly feels like she's using this to just validate her position in hip hop. Honestly, like there's no actual reason to me why. And look, if she's been somebody, and if you guys know, tell me in the comments and I'll figure it out and we'll have a conversation. But if she is somebody who has, been around that and like that's part of her life and all this stuff, then maybe I'm just really ignorant to it and I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about and I should shut the hell up. But it's like, as a reviewer coming in for your first album, there was no signs of any of this type of lifestyle, anything. Like even the bars, paper planes, roger that, 10-4, got money, been had it, still getting more. All y'all in the building, bound on different floors. Y'all could, like, even the bars feel so much different.
Right.
Pearl handle on the pistol, tell this world to come and get me, and I'm thumbing through designers to pick which will fit me proper. Like, but she says fit me proper, but like she says proper, like the way they say it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not paid dues, climb through the ranks, but we ain't Shaba. It's like, what? Need me a rude boy, something straight out of Shata. What? Like, okay. I talk like it sometimes, yes. But I also hang around with Jamaican people, and I have a lot of black friends, and I have a lot of people from different ethnicities who speak like this, and I kind of pick up on different things. But if you know me and you talk to me, you'll know that about me, so it kind of makes sense. Like, for the last couple of podcasts, I've been saying shorty like I'm from New York, right? But to be clear, I listen to hip hop. I also have a lot of friends I have a friend who lives in New York. I've lived in the States. I've got friends who talk like that around me here. And I watch Andrew Schultz, Charlemagne, and all these stuff who are residing in New York. I listen to Breakfast Club. So once you know that about me, it's like, oh, we can kind of see where he associates
like your
himself.
influences.
Exactly.
Right.
Where the fuck did you get a Jamaican influence from this?
From Lady Patra.
I mean, I get that. So that's my other thing too. Why did you pick Lady Patra? And it's because she has a song with the queens in it. I get it. Like, I understand because Lady Patra made a song and she refers to being the queen of the deck, and Iggy is kind of like, I'm the queen.
Right.
You just called yourself a goddess.
Right.
What the fuck? Pick one, bitch.
She's all of them.
Where are we? Like, no, you can't be. You can't be. Like, pick one. You're either this now, or you can't be two things on one fucking album. That's retarded. Okay, I gotta stop saying that word. But my point is, it's like, I didn't feel like this was actually genuine. Like, again, Flatbush Zombies made a type of song like this where they used old people's, like, old cultural references and stuff like that to try to make them, this is where we grew up on and stuff. Maybe this is something she grew up on.
Yeah.
But it's like, this came so left field to me in terms of that album that I was just like, what? Like, you're really trying to validate yourself so hard that this is a classic album that you threw this onto it, and it doesn't even feel like it makes sense to anything you've given us so far.
I feel like I'm sort of going to disagree with you on that, because I think that Lady Patra did inspire her, and like she is like paying homage to her by doing this song, because like, I mean, the very little that I know about Lady Patra, basically from like researching sort of like because of this, she was like the queen of like dance hall, and you know, like she had on like short shorts, and like she would shake her butt, and you know, in videos, and like, which is very much what Iggy does. And so you could definitely say that Lady Patra paved the way for Iggy to do what she does. So I think that like it's more than that. I think that this is like clearly like I don't know when she started listening to Lady Patra, but she's from like the early 90s, you know, so maybe it was when she was just like looking for like different types of music or whatever, or it could be while she was in, you know, Miami or whatever, like kind of listening to like getting like that sort of influence, but one way or another, Lady Patra definitely influenced her, and I think she takes a lot of inspiration from her, and like just the way that she flows. And yeah, obviously Iggy is not from Jamaica, but I think that I don't know anything about Mavado, but like maybe he worked with Lady Patra or like somehow or another. And I think because of this song, like when it was released, I think Lady Patra kind of reached out to Iggy and was like, wow, thanks so much, like this is great, like, you know, like really appreciate it, keep doing you, like, you know, keep on working or whatever. I have no idea what she said to her, but it seemed like what I quickly saw online was that, you know, she was, you know, saying like, wow, thanks so much, like it seemed pretty positive. So I think that it's more of, I think this is more like a classic, like she's trying to make it more classic, right? By taking somebody who was, you know, popular and also making a reference to a song. I think that this, the song that she's like making, she quotes from is from like, I think 1993. So it's like an older song. So I think she's trying to like kind of get entrenched. And I feel like those, you know, the early 90s were like the best of the stuff, best of a lot of hip hop that were coming out. So I don't know anything really about dance hall music. Although it's a lot of fun and makes you shake your butt, and I think that's what Iggy does. So, the Queen of the Pack, that was the song I think that Lady Patra was inspired from, and basically like the whole reason for writing this song, and kind of just, she, you know, Iggy's basically saying she's living at the top, she's making lots of hits, she's living rich, and like it's a pretty fun one, because I mean it sounds kind of more Jamaican-y, and it's like kind of makes you want to dance. And the chorus, I like the chorus, like the classic Sinatra, bad Phantom of Opera. Like it's just like, I don't know what about it. Like it's something about the way she says it, and like that
The delivery is really good.
Yeah, like it's catchy, and you like it gets stuck in your head. I mean, at the very least, that part does, or did for me. Absolutely. So yeah, I give this a 4.5 on 5.
Give it a 4.2. I do think it's a good song. Don't get me wrong. Like, again, I have a lot to say because I'm heavily confused on a lot of this shit.
Right.
But I do appreciate the music for what it is. So
yeah.
I give it a 4.2.
With that.
Next. Fuck love.
Fuck love.
Guess so.
All right. So this one is like a pretty hype ass beat, like right away. You know, her sort of like mantra at the beginning, and kind of, I think she touches on it a couple of times, is fuck love, give me diamonds, which is sort of like, it made me think of, and again, another lady who has a very special place in my heart, Marilyn Monroe. So, you know, like, diamonds are a girl's best friend, so that made me think of that, and like she's blonde and she wants to be like that. And again, like Marilyn, she used her body to get what she wanted in a lot of ways. I don't know, it's not really what she wanted in the end, but hey, anyway, so back to this. So she's basically made so much money, and she takes care of herself, and she did that however she had to, you know, and she's not really, I think she's also learned that, you know, love isn't going to get her anywhere. But diamonds and money will, that like that's going to make her happy. That's going to prove her success. That's going to, she's going to have something that something tangible that she can, put in the bank, put in the safe, put on her neck, wherever she wants to do. Yeah, so I mean that's kind of it, and she keeps doing what she can, for more money. Like it's never enough. Doesn't care what she has to do to get the bling, and she's an independent woman and knows that she's hot, and she'll again use her body to do what she can to make that money. And she better get paid for whatever she's doing for, anybody. So, she's not looking for handouts. She's willing to do the work, but like, don't fuck around and, pay her for what she's worth. And she doesn't need anybody else. And she's sort of like establishing herself and saying like, this is like, again, like same sort of, she's a queen, she's a goddess. She's like, I want to be treated like that, therefore I need to be paid this much. So it's a short and sweet kind of song. It's only 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but it's fun. So I give this 4.5 on 5.
So we had Black Widow, where like there's this weird little breakup between Aesop and Iggy, and then something happened. Maybe she killed him, maybe he fucked off, we don't know. Mm-hmm. And then she's all down in the dumps, and she's like, Lady Patra, and I'm a queen, and I'm gonna rebuild myself, and boom, I am so spectacular.
Yep.
And now she's finally rebuilt herself, and now she's just screaming fuck love, and that's the song. It's good, it's hype, it's another kind of like club banger, drop this and everybody's gonna party to it, but it sounds like Kesha. Like, to me,
okay.
This kind of sounds like a Kesha song. Like, put on fucking Love Is My Drug, add a bunch of drums to it, and then that's it. Like, that's what this sounds like to me.
Okay.
Again, it's not a bad song, it's just, it's fluff to me. And that's really what it is. I feel like this was just added as a fluff song because there needed to be some type of like, now to be fair, also this is the deluxe version, so the actual version of the album finishes at 12. So there's 3 more songs left. So technically the album finishes at 12.
Right. Yeah.
So this is the last song on the album. This is how she ended her original album.
Yeah. Fuck love, give me diamonds.
That's stupid.
Nah, it's a better ending than how it really ends, I think.
That's completely stupid. Like,
because again, it sets the tone, and she's like, it's been what she's been saying throughout. She's like, like.
So, all right, I agree.
Yeah.
It sets the tone, and it kind of does full circle. Mm-hmm. My problem is the song is stupid.
Okay.
Like the way that it's presented, it's literally just fuck love, give me diamonds. Fuck
yeah,
love,
I mean,
diamonds.
there isn't. Yes, I get how you're saying like there's fluff, but it's also like, I mean, it's not trying to be like Beethoven, right? Like it's not trying to be something
Her first verse is like 10 bars. Second verse is like 8 bars. And she repeats the chorus 7 times. I'm exaggerating. 4 times. Something like that. I don't know. It just like, if this is how you're going to end your original album, I'm kind of happy there's 3 songs left.
Okay.
Like, personally, I'm just kind of happy because it doesn't satisfy me per se.
Right.
I'm not, you gave me Black Widow, you got all violent, you got all ready to kill, and then you realize you're a queen, so you dumb down from goddess, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay. You were like, I was here, now I'm going to kill you, so now I'm like, if I'm killing people, I'm no longer a goddess, so I'm a queen now, because I got some shit to take care of. All right, cool, I see that. And we're ending on fuck love. No. No. I'm not walking away from this album going, no.
Okay.
That's not happening. I did give it a 4 on 5 though. It's like dope. It's a dope song, like just to listen to party to have fun, kick it on while I'm like cleaning my house, cooking food or whatever. But I'm not, I can go listen to like Little Uzi, All My Friends Are Dead, EXO Tour Life, and that makes me feel more like
I think love. This is just, I think it's for, I think this is a song for the ladies, I think. Like this is like.
Would you listen to this?
Yeah, I mean, especially like if you had just like broken up with a guy and he's and you're.
This is what you're choosing.
I mean,
There's like no Michael Bublé song you can fucking pick.
Fuck no.
There's no like any other depressing like. Here, My Chemical Romance just reunited. You can listen to them.
Who? No, I would never put that shit on. I've never once, like, on my own, listened to one of their fucking songs. Like, that is not who I am. Like, I would put on Kesha. I would put this on. Like, I literally
Kesha, but here, okay, so
I would literally put this stuff on.
But that's my point. Kesha makes more sense. Kesha's song,
these are my girls. I would be like, where are my girls when I need them?
Song,
I put on Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child sounds more emotionally fuck love than this.
I would still throw it on.
Scrubs has way more impact than this shit.
It's still good. And fuck love, give me diamonds. That's all I need. Fuck that shit. And it's like independent.
We need to hurry up,
all right.
I need to bounce. So, okay.
Okay.
If you wanted a song that you didn't have to think to, and you didn't really have to like do anything for, this is it.
Yeah.
You just have to bounce. You just have to jump. And that's it. However you want to do it. You want to bounce on the bed.
You want to pretend like maybe you're in India and, you know, doing like a Bollywood sort of dance.
Right,
you can do that as well.
Fuck it, I'm going in. What the hell? I need to understand this. First, you're an Australian white lady. Then somehow we went to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And then this song comes on and I'm literally in a club.
Yeah.
Like when this song comes on, I'm like, oh shit. Yes. All right. We're having a great time.
Yep,
okay.
yep,
bounce,
yep.
bounce, bounce. I can picture women everywhere and it's all like booty in face. Dope. Dope. Money flying, money gun. Like it's great. It's great. It's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
I clicked the video. What?
It's not even like her dancing, not even that great.
She's not even dancing. So we're taken to India, and it's a beautiful country.
Like we're actually
dresses,
there, and
like,
I think that's at least justifiable.
Which I completely understand, and I guess, and I kind of see it like, look, the way I see it, you're celebrating the fact that you are single. This is what it is. And I will get to it in the next two tracks, but you're celebrating the fact that you're single, which I understand. But the way I kind of look at it is, it kind of looks like a really big Bollywood Indian celebration, the way that they party and have festivals and do their things for like whatever marriage ceremony or however. I'm not really that cultured in that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like, what the fuck are you representing there with this song? Like this could have literally just been you on a fucking couch in your room the whole fucking video and it would have made more sense. Just have money on the floor, have a fucking lion there, because I know you can get a lion. Just have it chilling there and just shake your ass. And it would have made more sense. I don't understand why you put India on blast like that. Not saying
I think it's also to prove that she's like, look, I'm just gonna fly halfway around the world just to film a fucking music video. Like, I mean, I don't know whether
any other song though. Like there could have been some like love relationship she could have portrayed in India. Just, we're in India and this is the fight that we had for the 2 weeks we were on vacation. Then boom, made more sense.
No, bouncing. You bounce when you go to India. The first thing you do is you start bouncing.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't.
Well, now you do, because that's what you're gonna listen to, and it's
no. But like, no. Is there any actual reason? Did she fund them? Did she?
I don't think you need to fund India
to
like film a music video.
Listen,
it's just an inspiration.
Look, I have nothing to say about this. All right, I'm moving on. I'm already tired. I gave it a 4.7 because it's a fucking crazy banger. Don't get me wrong. It's a crazy banger. Yeah. Good sound, good flow, good verse, says minimal bullshit, just needs to be there for the radio edits, proper chorus, a lot of techno, a lot of dubstep, a lot of midnight music for a radio. You check off all the box, you put it in a big package, you put it in the stove, you flip it around a bit, you make it all warm, you put it in a CD, you compress it, you throw it over to the DJ puts it on, and all the bitches are fucking dropping their shit. And I shouldn't be saying that. All the women are dropping it low and as hot as can be. It's 2019, we're no longer saying that word.
Right.
Right, I had a whole thing yesterday on the podcast. I was like so mad. I was so mad. So I apologize for using that word, just to get it out there. Don't cancel me, all right? Cool. But the point is, seriously, that is how it's good. That's literally how this went.
Like,
it was the whole...
Not everything has to be, like, you know, so complicated. And I think that that's exactly what this is. It's quite simple. It's just a party song.
This could have been a single.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't have to be on the
I
album.
think it may have been.
But
I'm not...
So that's my problem. If this was a single... Because here's our problem. We have 2 more songs that make sense on the album. They make sense.
Yeah.
The fuck does this make sense for?
For bouncing.
But I understand.
To lead up for her Mo Bounce that we had in, like, I think, was it the next album? Mo Bounce. There's just lots of bouncing going on, and it's like her favorite.
What did you give it?
Obviously, I gave this a 4.75. Yeah, I mean, they're partying, they're rich, they're having a good time. This is just like a song like for Iggy to even kind of get down to, and like all of those that love like that twerking life. You do you. I cannot twerk. I'm sorry, I gotta keep practicing. Holden was trying to show us how to twerk. That was funny. Yeah.
I want to install like a little mini camera in this fucking room and literally just videotape everything and have like a behind the scenes of behind that suit so y'all can really see what fucking goes on. Cause holy shit. Holy shit.
Sometimes it's a little crazy in here. Yeah. Again, like the lyrics, nothing really to write home about. But this is just fun if you're just trying to get turned up, have a good time, and you know, I mean, it's not my favorite party song of hers, but it's still a lot of fun. So yeah, 4.75. Let's move on to Rolex.
Okay, so in context of the album, and the reason why I've been talking about the whole A$AP Rocky and the whole thing relationship is because this is where both of like the whole thing kind of comes up. She kind of dives in more personal of the relationship. Now, if you don't know now she doesn't name him or nothing. You actually have to kind of skim through the lyrics, look on Genius, and then kind of go validate it yourself. You find out here that this is all like kind of the relationship they had and how it goes down. Now, my thing though is that Rolex is a really nice song in regards to just throw it on and kind of vibe to it, but it wasn't something that really, like, I hate the hook, Rolex don't TikTok, but damn it baby, my time costs. Okay?
Yeah.
And damn it baby, my time is money. We know. So I need payback for all the time lost. No, you don't. Because it sounds like you're blaming him, but I want to know what the fuck you did. Like, it's not just a one-way streak. Like, and here's my thing. When you find out that it's Ace, that it's Rocky, and then you kind of put 2 and 2 together, I kind of sit there and go, didn't you know this though? Like, didn't you, like he's an artist. He's like, he lives a certain life. Listen to his fucking music. Like, doesn't, and this is where I'm kind of like, yeah, poor you, but this isn't poor you. This is just, you're dragging on what you're trying to say, for me, at least.
Yeah.
I don't really like the hook. It's not enthralling at all. But I do like the verses. Used to be my everything, now that mean nothing. Thought this was poker with the cards up, but we were bluffing. I miss you, but pride won't let me tell you. I like the honesty that we're getting from her, but I'm guessing that planes fell through. Yeah, well, fell off. I won't ask you to climb back. I paid 20 for that rollie. I just want my time back. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
But when you are like with somebody and then like you're not with them anymore, you feel like, oh, what a waste of time. Like I could have been like, you know, with so and so or like whatever.
But here's the problem. I paid 20 for that rollie. I just want my time back. That kind of me sounds like she's basically saying, I bought you a Rolex and I'm playing on words with the pun of Rolex being a watch, so I want my time back. It's like, don't bring gifts into this. That's like that irritates me. It's like, you can't bring in gifts out of a petty
She
moment.
just means something that's like so precious, like, you know, a $20,000 watch.
But you decided to buy it. Like, that's my issue.
Yes, of course.
It's
She
like,
also
if you-
decided to have that relationship, but she
that's
didn't
the
realize that it wasn't going to work out.
Don't bring it back. I don't need to hear about whatever fucking thing you spent, bought, and whatever. If it's like, there's ways to do it.
Right.
Right? But even in some of the songs where they're like, I fucking bought you that Bentley and then you... Shut up! Like, I don't... Like, it just makes... For me, it makes you look more stupid. And if that's what you're trying to do, then I understand.
But she's also saying, like... You know, like how much she's also been saying that she's worked really hard for her money. She wants lots of money, blah, 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 blah. Like, maybe she's just kind of like, that cost me $20,000. You're no longer with me. Give it back. Like, maybe she just wants it back. Like, you know, that's $20,000.
The fuck you spending $20,000 on your man for?
Well, would it...
For a watch.
Yeah, because it's a Rolex.
Nah. That's dumb. That's dumb. At the end of the day, I don't think it's a bad song. I just... It kind of feels like a little bit of a cheesy cop-out move to kind of just be like, do the whole Rolex fancy watch. It fits with her look. It's a Rolex. It's a fancy watch, so I get that.
But it also touches back to the earlier song where they had matching watches.
I mean,
so
sure,
I assume that she's talking
assumed...
about those, like whatever the gold watches or whatever. When she,
I mean, yes, but that also connects with like we got matching watches because it's me and you and his and hers and we're a king and queen and now we're broken up and we're no longer that.
Yeah.
Like it all connects, which I agree. It's just I find it a little bit corny.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I just find it corny. Like it's like you could have used the Rolex line as a legitimate bar, like set up a nice 4-bar rhyme scheme and like. Yeah, it was a Rolex, Timex, blah, 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 blah. You know, something like that. Instead of making it a full song where I don't give a shit. Like, I don't. Like, literally hearing the chorus, I'm kind of just like, hearing the hook, Rolex don't tick-tock, but damn it, baby, my time costs. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and also, like, that rhyme is, like, not the best.
Right? Like, I just, nah. So I left it, and I'm not going to continue shitting on it. I left it with a 3.5 on 5.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't really have much else to, like, add on to it. I mean, it's basically her just dealing with the fact that relationships are never easy, but sometimes sometimes it's better to end them than stay in a situation where you feel like you're wasting time, just that kind of thing, and she's she's still here, she's still successful, she's going to keep on doing her, she's not just going to let this, like, breakup, like, affect her too much. But I mean, I give this a 4 on 5 because I mean, I feel like it's fine. Like this one would never be one that I would go to, but it's heartfelt enough considering, she just went through like a breakup, and considering that she's also like kind of emotionally rigid. I'll say that. Like she seems like very like, I mean, she's very straightforward, so it's like it is or it isn't. So like you don't see her being very like mushy and like that kind of stuff. So I think that this is good for her to get that kind of shit out. But it's not my favorite. 4 on 5, yeah. So.
Look, I'm just asking, what the fuck do y'all see in her?
Booty.
Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Why do you care, Iggy? That's it. I just want to know. Why do you give a fuck about what he is doing now? Let's go back, right? We just recorded 2 parts of this. We can literally go back and watch every single thing you fucking said about it, right?
Yep.
So, you just gave us the song where you're gonna kill him. You just gave us the song where you're a queen. Then you were like, fuck love, I'm materialistic, I want diamonds. All right, cool. Then you were bouncing in India, celebrating the fact that you're single, and it was great. And then you know what? Now that I hear this song, I think I want to change my grade to Rolex to a 4. Because at least the Rolex song kind of ends the album on a nice way, I would say. Where it's like, it's full circle, you kind of get the relationship, you kind of get the reality. You've been working all this time, you gave us this project, now you just want your time back because now you can take a moment to breathe and just relax and, do what you got to do and kind of get back to normal and give us the next beautiful project.
Right.
Why do you give a shit about anything he fucking does after that? Why are you just asking? Why are asking what? What do you need to know? Who he's sleeping with? What money he makes? Verse 1. What's up in your world? Are you still cooling with that lame girl? Why do you care? Why do you care? You have next mans. What? I ain't a hater. It don't matter though. Clearly it fucking does. You made a whole 3-minute fucking song about it. Clearly it matters. I kept it cool, but you made me want to slap a hoe. How? He left. Y'all broke up. He's with some next girl. Are you jealous?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, fine. I look good. What does she have? I was down. No knee pads. Alright. Why is there knee pads when you're on your knees? I'm assuming she's alluding to, like, you know.
Blowjobbing.
Right. Or maybe she's like, I was on my knees and you didn't help me. You know, like you weren't there to support me and whatever.
Okay.
Why do you care? I'm just still questioning. Okay. Look, this kind of sound like a poem. Yeah. If you relate, then point them out if you know them. We know it's ASAP. All right. Hey, boy, hush that. I remember joyriding on your mustache. All right. So this to me seems like you are not getting treated properly. You are not getting dick. And you miss your ex. And now you just want him to come fuck you. Why do you still care? Okay, over here. Little trick you like to do. Yeah, I taught that. Okay, fine. I got a brand new man and a brand new place. If you played your cards right, you could have had that space. If you have a brand new man and a brand new place, why are you asking questions about what the fuck he is doing? Why do you care? Difference does it make? Let your new man give a shit. Let your new man not give a shit. Go sit on your new man's mustache. What the actual fuck? You want it. Okay, continuing the chorus. I'm alright. I'ma play it cool. I can't cook, but I made a plate for you. Who's the you? Your new man? Or the ex? What? Go cook for your new man. This is part of your problem. You spent an entire album crying about how he treated you wrong, but now you're cooking food for him while you have a new man. You wanted something more than what we had. Maybe you were cooking for other people and he just wanted to be the only one.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. What's up with her? She ain't all that. Why do you care? You're with a new man in a new place. I'm not tripping on what could have been. Yes, you are. I know it's kind of weird. I'm just asking. I know it's kind of weird. I'm just asking. Yes, it is weird.
Yep.
Fuck off. Go away. Nobody, like, what? Okay, so here's the reality, right? I know I've been completely shitting on this and everybody in the comments is going to hate me and I'm really, really sorry. Please. But here's the reality of things.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
People go through this moment. You feel alone. You feel detached. You just want to, know what's going on. I get that. Why do you care? Like, seriously, you just literally told us about this whole boss-ass bitch attitude you have. You, couldn't care less about anything but money. And you're gonna send me off on my merry way on the last track in some emotional fucking loop of, what's my ex doing now? Why am I alone? I'm supposed to be a badass bitch. I don't feel like a badass bitch. I don't even feel like a badass man. Well, this album was a fucking adventure and a half. Listen, I gave it a 4 on 5. It was good, and I'm still keeping the 3.5 on 5 for the Rolex track. It was okay. It was fine. It was pensive, super slow. It had that nice little lovey-dovey feel to it. I understand you're contextualizing this. I saw verse 2. I just happened to run into you and notice your reaction. All right, you're nostalgic. You're reminiscing. It's cool. 4 on 5. Why do you give a fuck?
Because she still clearly loves him. And so she must still, she has a special place. I think, he really hurt her. I don't know exactly what happened and that, it's only for them to know exactly what happened and what went down. But like, I mean, I get it, you know, it's like, okay, even if like, you know, you have a new man, and you could still just be like, you know, it could be like, oh, that was the one that got away, or something like that, you know, it could be something that,
which is a bad mentality.
but I mean, it could be. I mean, she's still quite young when she was, you know, writing this or whatever. And, you know, he obviously was somebody that was very important to her and somebody that she loved a whole lot. She spent $20,000 on the fucking Rolex.
The watch, bro. $20,000.
She mentions it again,
bro,
I think, on this.
$20,000 ain't shit if she's chilling with T.I. and fucking having that type of money.
Well, I mean, considering
like,
she hadn't yet put out an album yet. You know, she
has like 6 EPs.
Anyways, she was spending a lot of money, and like it obviously was something. It was probably like a big purchase to buy 2 fucking Rolexes for $40,000. Like, imagine just walking in and doing that. Like, that's crazy.
Well,
like,
clearly she only spent one because she only spent 20. So she
has one for
herself. He bought hers.
Wow. Whatever.
See, compromise, and out here bitching about how he.
Fuck love, give me diamonds. Right. Anyways, I mean, I think it's just she still loves him. She still kind of was like, yeah, but how's he doing? You know, like, is he okay? Like, she still obviously has like a, you know, she cares about him.
Like,
yes,
like, does that happen?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Like, you just wake up.
Not you. Oh, you just wake up. But like, I think it's just something that's always there. It's like, you know, it's something that's just going to be, oh, you know, this person, that person, whatever. Like, I've seen it before, where it just happens, and like the girls just, even if they're in new relationships, they still are like, yeah, but what about him? Like, how's he doing? Like, they just can't get over him. And I think that that's kind of what's happening here.
I guess I could understand it based on like the whole idea of like you have loved this person, but I feel so. I understand it in terms of like, if we end up pulling up at the same spot one day, and then it's like, oh, how you been? And then you kind of feel like that, you know, maybe the coming week, 2 week, you're kind of like, oh, how did she do? You know, but it's like.
But she also mentions that she saw him, ran into him, or whatever, right?
Yeah,
like, so it could be something else that kind of triggered that. But I mean, while at the same time, she still dismisses him, and you know, she's with somebody else, and wonders like maybe if it was a good idea to break up with him, or you know, was there still something there? You know, could there have been, getting like the issues resolved? Like, it seems like there's sort of like a little bit of regret and heartbreak, and you know, like, was she sure? Was she not sure what she was doing? And then there's those weird messages, and they just get more like desperate as she gets drunker, which again is not uncommon. You're gonna get like, you know, if a girl is hysterical and still in love and whatever, you put some alcohol in her, she's only gonna get worse, and you're gonna get the tears, and you're gonna get messages like this.
That part I did like, though. That part I did appreciate, the brutal honesty. Yeah. I don't know if that was rehearsed or anything. I feel I liked it.
I don't know if that was even her. Like, I mean, I guess so. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. You can hear her voice.
Okay.
Like you can hear her natural accent. Voice, right? Like, it's not like, clearly she's polished on this. Clearly they edit her voice. Like everybody does. But it's like you can hear no, that's Iggy. Like it's not so far off that you're like it's somebody else. No, it's Iggy. Okay. But I do like those. I like how she was really honest and how she acted and kind of dealt with the situation, if she was drunk or however intoxicated. I enjoyed that. That's it. Yeah.
So anyways, I think it's sort of a weird song to end the album on. I know this is the deluxe edition, and I thought that, you know, where it ended on song 12 was a better ending, or even 13 would have been, you know, throw in Bounce. But these 2 songs, they're just like a little too like emotional, blah blah blah, like not really necessarily what I'm interested in. But I can see how a lot of girls, women, people relate to these songs, especially if you're going through a breakup and, you know, that kind of thing, or you're feeling heartbroken and whatever else. I think Iggy is obviously, you know, insecure about this man and about this breakup, and isn't really 100% sure, you know, but I mean, it's her feelings, so you can't really judge it all that much, but it's a 4 on 5 for me.
Yeah, song's a 4 on 5 for me as well. I guess that brings us up to the end of the show. Yeah. Thank you so much for, you know, sticking around this long.
What'd you give it overall?
Overall, I gave, give me a second here, typing on something else. Overall, I gave the album, and this is just based on the math, 3.86.
Shame.
I mean, look, it's not a bad mark. Like, it's like, what, 40 is what, like 90%, right? Isn't 40 like 4, like 90% if it's out of 5, maybe 100? Right, it's like 85.
Not quite.
Yeah, it's like 75.
It's like 80%.
This is like a 75. It's not bad. You still passed. It's okay.
All right.
But no, I like the album. I don't think it's a bad album. I just don't think that this should have been how you tackled your first project. Personally, I think that the boss bitch attitude is absolutely great. I really like how you're all about like just the ass shaking and the money making. No, seriously, like just who she is and how she presents herself.
Yep.
But the reality is, I don't think for a very first album, you should be coming out this strong. And then it happens that, 5 years later when somebody comes to fucking review it and you're currently in a legal battle, this doesn't hold the test of time.
I mean, the legal battle doesn't have any... for me, it had no influence over listening to this album.
I'm not saying it had influence in a way of trying to critique the album, but it does play a role in the
understanding and like the history and everything.
Yeah, like you literally called yourself a fucking goddess on your album for the very first project that you're debuting.
I don't think that's what they're arguing about.
No,
but yeah.
I'm not saying that's what they're arguing about, but I'm saying like you claim to be the best there is. You claim to be this. You're going to be around for a long time. You're going to do that. And literally you fell off. To me, you fell off. Like, you came out with your songs and blah, blah, blah. Yes, you had a last album, but nobody talked about it.
I sure did.
You did, but nobody talked about it. Nobody that I care talked about it. None of the podcasts I listened to, none of the big people I listened to talked about it. So it's like, you ain't even really being talked about now. So for me to look at how, and you know what? Just to end it on a nice note, I appreciate the confidence that she came out with and the ambition and the determination. But I feel like if she came out and like just maybe made a shorter album, a couple less songs. I
mean, it was 51 minutes? It's really not that long of an album.
No, but it drags on when every song is I'm a boss bitch and I make money. And then you have like the 4 songs that are randomly scattered into the album about love.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was like well made in terms of like the hits, like how they kind of like where like every like it wasn't like, all of them at the beginning, like whereas some albums I found that the kind of the hits are at the beginning, where it just kind of seemed to be they were, every 4th, 5th, 6th song or whatever, like they were just kind of thrown in like intermittently, like the big like banger type songs, while every, so it was nice to kind of have like that, energy that would kind of pick up, and then, you would have other songs that were a little bit more like mellow. So I liked that there was kind of like definitely like those ups and downs on the album. I think that this is a new classic. I agree with her own assessment. I give this a 4.54 on 5, so that is a 90.8%, so almost a 91%. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think it is a new classic. I know a lot of people are gonna hate on it, but I think that this is like for the people who like it's not designed to be anything intellectual. Let's say that. It's designed to have, for its purpose, where it's, a heartbreak, it's for pumping girls up, for being badass, for, not giving a shit, for being independent women, for doing what you have to do to make those dollars, and fuck all the haters. So I think that, like, this serves, it serves its purpose. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything, like, wildly intellectual, like I'm saying, but it's still fun. I love it. Yeah, I think it's one I would return to.
I'm not. I'm returning to Black Widow, and occasionally I'll go to Bounce because it is a fucking hype, banging, jumping track. But I'm not going back to this album ever. I mean, Change Your Life, it didn't change my life. Fancy was dope back in the day. It's no longer that cool.
Still pretty fancy.
Work, I never liked it. And yes, I'm naming all the singles because, to be clear, I only really like the singles. Nothing on this project that nothing. I'm going back to nothing on this project. Except for Black Widow. Like, that is like a guarantee. Like, I'm gonna walk home after this and I'm gonna listen to it like 6 times. It is a fucking great song. I love it. Overall, though, I do like the album. I do enjoy it, and I really hope that I wasn't too like out there and critical.
I think you're okay. I think you're okay.
I mean, look, this is what we do, and there's just a lot of like, I've been reviewing a lot of projects and a lot of people, and it's like, I've just heard some way better shit.
And
way
also,
better, like,
I think like my own personal preference weighs in a little bit as well. Like I will stand up for like Iggy for just, I mean, not everything. There's definitely things where I've been like, really, Iggy?
Right.
But like, I mean, I love her, so I'll defend her a bunch.
Totally cool. Well, thank you so much for being with us here today for this part 2. It's been a while for us. It's been over about an hour and 36 minutes. That's without editing. So thank you again, once again, for always coming back and clicking on all the videos and making sure you support us. Yep. With that, thank you to the Patreons, Linda Williams, Chris Prado, DJ Black Hurricane, Coney Sparks, Ismail Gadamsi, and Jonathan Barnes. They help and support us everything we do, from getting us a new camera, getting us new tablecloth, backdrop. Like I said on the last review as well, if you guys have any ideas on what you want us to do with the backdrop or whatnot, if we should add posters, if we should kind of get some of our like different thumbnails or accolades that we do, kind of make it a little bit more homey. What do you think? Let us know. We're trying to come up with ideas, but the reason why I'm including you guys is because we want to actually try to build a community. I mean, I think that's what we're trying to do, right? I don't want to speak for all of us, or I don't want to actually speak out for Holden, but I think I've been here long enough to know that's what we want to do, including you in the comments, all the likes, the subscribes, the shares. It's not just we're not doing it to pop, to be real. It's really just, we like music. We like hip hop. We like all sorts of things. And we just want to go on this adventure and learn more. We don't really know much about a lot of the artists that we do, so we really want to discuss with you guys and really learn what you take away from these projects and how you guys feel when it comes to listening to these music and vibes. Yeah. Feel free to hit us up on all of our social medias. Feel free to contact us whenever you like. We'll try to do the best we can to hit you guys back and comment on anywhere. Other than that, I mean, that's really it. Yeah. This has been episode 120 of the Classic Quest Review Podcast. Iggy Azalea, the new classic, and I'm out.
More bounce, 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 bounce. Bye, guys.
Laters.